like to leave the floor to His Excellency Ambassador Hüseyin Avni Botsalı to deliver his speech.
Excellencies, Ministers, senior representatives of the Arab Republic of Egypt, ambassadors, ambassadresses, military attachés, counselors, distinguished members of the diplomatic corps, civil society, Turkish and Egyptian friends, the citizens of two sister countries. It's a distinct pleasure for me to represent Turkey on the fourth consecutive times in the commemoration of our National Day, the proclamation of the Republic. Today is very special for Turks because we are now 10 years closer to completing a century in the modern times, from the ashes of a decimated, collapsed empire into a new, healthy, democratic, secular, civilian, parliamentary republic. Turkey's and Egypt's histories are pretty much parallel, despite the fact that the dynamics and the civilizational roots of the two countries have their indigenous peculiarities. Throughout the last millennium, Turks and Egyptians constantly embraced each other, whether at the times of the Abbasid Empire or during the Mamluk state or the Ottoman Empire or the following contemporary nation states when Egypt and Turkey emerged into the 20th century as two independent sovereign nation states. Turkey and Egypt once have been pillars of an empire which encompassed and expanded into three continents. We are proud of our past. We admit that we have an imperial legacy, but we are also proud that we don't have a colonial legacy. Egyptians and Turks, they have been guarding for millennia long the two shores of the Mediterranean in the north and the south. When Ramses II, the pharaoh of Egypt, concluded the first ever written treaty of peace in human history in Kadesh at the lowlands of Anatolia, he decided to marry one of the daughters of the Hittite king of Anatolia. And ever since, the Egyptians and the Turks intermarry. So yes, we are also proud that we have kinship, blood relations with Egypt. We are very proud that the blood we have in between is a blood that unites and combines, and not that confronts and separates. Turkey proudly has become, as an emerging democracy of the 20th and 21st century, the 17th sizable scale economy of the world, and Egypt happens to be the 38th. Our target is to be the 10th, to be among the top 10 countries of the world by the centenary of the Turkish Republic in 2023. But we don't have to wait that much, because as two strategic economic partners, Turkey and Egypt, with their combined market size and with their combined gross national products, constitute the 12th largest regional economy. So we are already the 12th, together with Egypt. When my friends ask me why despite the difficult times and the tensions and the frictions and the differences of opinion at the political field, the two countries' economic interests still converge, my answer is because Egypt and Turkey, they do not contradict and compete with each other, but they complement each other. Egypt, as the oldest civilization of the world, as the mother of civilizations, and Turkey as one of the oldest civilizations, landmass, the Babylon, the Assyria, and the Seljuk state, and the Ottoman state. Well, you combine all of them. We are one of the relatively richer countries and regions of the world in terms of civilizational, cultural heritage. We not only have blood relations, but we share the same religion, same history throughout the last 1,000 years. Maybe some part of the portion of these 1,000 years, Turks and Egyptians were not at the best of their relations. But it is also another source of pride for us that contemporary Egypt takes pride of having been or being the offshoot of the reformist great Muhammad Ali Pasha, which is one of the strongest bridges that also join our two nations historically and culturally. Ladies and gentlemen, every birth is a source of pain for the mother. Every deliverance is painful. It hurts. It makes you suffer. I know so many mothers, friends of mine, relatives of mine, who refuse to see their doctors who witnessed and helped them during their birth. But every healthy baby coming to this world, every healthy child, every healthy deliverance is very well worth the pain. So Egypt is going through an irrevocable revolution that has started and that has stunned the world since February 11th or January 25th, you choose it, 2011. The people of Egypt proved to the rest of the world and set in the center of all the political agendas of world powers and international relations ever since the Tahrir Revolution, when the people of Egypt demonstrated that they want a decent future. They want a more prosperous, dignified future, with more freedoms, with greater justice, as equal citizens of the world. And they also shouted very loud that the Muslim world, the Muslim citizens, the Muslim peoples and nations deserve democracy, the best style of governance, no less than any other country on this world. We applaud and we support. We take share and we take pride of this declaration of civilization at the outset of the 21st century by the proud nation in Egypt. So Egypt is going through some turbulence and turmoil. We trust, we are confident that Egypt will leave these times behind and find its stability and will not only become stable and powerful, but will be setting a model for democracy, a model for rejuvenation, a model for reform and restructuring and rebuilding, and it will set a pioneering status for itself, not only for the Arab world, but for Africa, for the Mediterranean, for the Middle East, and beyond. As a civilizational power with a very rich heritage and legacy, Egypt is capable and will deliver moderation and peace and reconciliation, not only to itself, but to the rest of the world. Turkey staunchly believes in the prospects of Egypt's rebirth and stabilization and rapid progress on the path of civility, democracy, justice, and freedom. But it may take some time. We have to bear, we have to endure the pains of birth, no matter how difficult. We have to understand it hurts our brotherly Egyptian people. They will survive this, and they will cast their own future path with their own sovereign will. The willpower of Egyptian nation we shall respect and we shall embrace. There is only one Egypt, and it's united. And it's very important. It is strategic. Strategic for itself, strategic for Africa, strategic for Arab world, strategic for Muslim Ummah, strategic for Middle East, but also more strategic for inter-civilizational dialogue. The Turkish-Egyptian partnership is a call for the century, a call for the third millennium, to bring the civilizations closer instead of to separate them apart, to split them or to fragment them. Egypt and Turkey stand for moderation, for bridging, for rapprochement, for dialogue, for compromise, for conciliation. That is why I am confident that the tensions and frictions of the current day are temporary, and tomorrow the relations between the two countries will be far more healthier and far more stronger than ever has been in the past. I'm happy to inform you that despite all what has been said and written in the past several months, the first 8 months of the year 2013, between Turkey and Egypt, the statistics say that the relations are stable and continuing to grow. More importantly, the Egyptian exports to Turkey have increased by 20% net in the first 8 months of the year. So that brings us to, again, the complementarities between the two countries. I am asked by President of Turkey to come back and serve and witness the second transitional process, which I hope will complement and will anchor Egypt profoundly on the path of democracy, civility, conciliation. And I believe and hope all the Egyptian leaders on both sides and on all the segments of the Egyptian society will refrain from all sorts of violence, whether against the Muslims, against the Christians, against the churches, against the mosques, whether against state buildings, state strategic interests. Nobody wants in Egypt to harm their own national interests. No single mentally sound, healthy Egyptian citizen would aspire for conflict and violence. So it is now high time that everybody start thinking and doing all what falls on their part to build a healthy, politically sound, civil, constitutional democracy. And we will be proud, as we used to be proud with the Egyptian revolution. We will again be proud with the Egyptian nation. I am confident all the leaders of today will be very happy to hand over the power, the reins of power, to the elected government of Egypt in the nearest future. And we shall applaud, and we shall embrace, and Egypt will prosper. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry for those friends of mine who could not come because they are packed up with the traffic on the other part of the Nile River. I apologize for the inconvenience of moving you on this side of the river, but I don't regret, because this is also an Egypt house. This, as you know, this house used to belong to the royal family, and thanks to Egypt's grace and benevolence, we enjoy the ownership of this house when we try to beautify it. But the house only is beautified by your presence. They were telling me, Ambassador, how are we going to organize the National Day reception? There are not enough flowers. In 24 hours, we cannot do that. I said, the flowers will come, and you are blossoming tonight in our garden. You are welcome. I thank you very much. I also thank the Turkish community, the titles of all the companies who are investing in Egypt and who will continue to reinvigorate the Egyptian economy. They will not shy away because of the daily turbulence. They will not shy away because of the difficulties. They will not shy away because of political differences, because they are committed, because they believe in this relationship, because this relationship is not for the year, it's not for the day, it's not for the decade, it's for the century, it's for the millennium. And the two countries and the two peoples, they will prevail, and we will follow their path. Thank you very much. Welcome. And thank you, the Turkish community, for all your support. And you made tonight possible. And now the buffets will be open. There will be Egyptian and Turkish cuisines, and we hope you will enjoy both. Please stay as long as you wish. And I also, I shall recognize the Deputy Chief of Staff of the Egyptian Armed Forces, who represents the armed forces, and also the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Hatem Seif al-Nasr, and the Chief of Protocol, and many other friends and ex-ministers and ambassadors who have honored my reception with their presence. I don't shy away, also I don't regret that. At least in a democratic environment, the opposition is natural, And we have been receiving some criticism, and this is welcome, and we will not retaliate, or we are not sorry for this. This is part of life, and this is also part of Egypt. Good friendship and healthy birth comes with some pain, and it's welcome. Thank you very much again.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
We're going to briefly listen to a celebration of the Republic's commemoration at the Bosphorus Bridge, because, as you all know, tonight, after the Suez Canal, another important project of the century has materialized. The first tunnel under the Bosphorus, combining Europe and Asia for trains, has been opened by the Prime Minister of Turkey. And we would like to see that Egyptian metros, subways, Egyptian trains, railway systems are modernized with rapid trains, and this country sets a model for African development, for Mediterranean development, and we will partner. We will continue promoting Egyptian stability and Egyptian economy, and we believe Egypt will set a model. Thank you very much. And after that, there is a gift from Turkish Ministry of Culture and Tourism. We have a very famous orchestra which will perform a concert for all of you. For those who are interested, please welcome and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you very much again.